What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Brian here, and I am back filming my first Marvel video. Very exciting times. And what better day to do it than on the day Marvel announces the official cast for Avengers Doomsday coming out May 2026. Can't get any more nerdy and sweaty than today. All right, so I am going to talk about the announced cast and a couple of theories that I have brewing and stewing, and we will roll from there. So first, the official cast. We have Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, James Marsden coming back as an OG X-Men from the Fox universe, Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Eben Moss Bachrach as Ben Grimm the Thing, Sebastian Stan as Winter Soldier, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, God of Thunder, Robert Downey Jr. as Victor Von Doom, Joseph Quinn as the Human Torch, Channing Tatum giving us that Louisiana Creole accent one more time as Gambit, Paul Rudd as Ant-Man, Simu Lee coming back from the dead as Shang-Chi, Lewis Pullman as a new entry in the Thunderbolts as Robert Reynolds, aka Sentry, Tom Hiddleston, Loki, God of Stories, Alan Cumming, one of my personal favorite characters ever done on camera, on screen in the Marvel Universe as Nightcrawler, David Harbour as Red Guardian, Rebecca Romaine, the lovely Rebecca Romaine, coming back as Mystique. Hopefully, she shows us that amazing body in that blue suit. Hannah John Kamen as Ghost, Wyatt Russell as John Walker, Ian McKellen as the OG Magneto, Danny Ramirez as Joaquin Torres, Kelsey Grammer as Beast, Patrick Stewart as OG Professor Charles Xavier, Letitia Wright as Shuri, Winston Duke as M'Baku, and one of my favorites, again, Tanat Horeta as Namor. All right, so with those, some big names, very exciting. I'm looking forward to this lineup and seeing them on screen. Now, first things first, I there's some big names missing from this. One to come to mind is Peter Parker as Spider-Man. Well, I guess Tom um, as Spider-Man. Um, and Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Um, Chris as Star-Lord. Um, so it will be interesting to see if any of those characters are actually in the movie or they're just waiting to announce them maybe at Comic-Con or D23 down the road. Who knows? Um, And if they aren't in the movie, I'm going to guess that it's because they're going to have major roles in Secret Wars and coming back to try to save the day. Just like in Infinity War and Endgame, there were notable characters left out of Infinity War that came back and Endgame, and it all made a lot of sense going forward. So, or I guess looking back. So, some big theories that I think are coming on the rise. One, and this is something that is shown in John Hickman's Secret Wars movies, is that I really think Black Panther, or the iteration that we have of it, and Reed Richards in their respective universes are going to discover that incursions are occurring and happening, and Black Panther and Namor are going to approach Doom to help find a solution similar to how they actually did in the comic books. And they're going to approach Doom, and he is going to not entertain them, and it is going to lead him to start continuing to destruct things and eventually lead him into building Battle World. Um, a big one I think is going to happen, and I think is definitely on the table for one, if not multiple characters. I think some of the OG X-Men coming from the Fox universe that was acquired a few years back, I think some of them are going to perish in this movie. And I think this because in order for Victor Von Doom to seem menacing, to set precedents, to show how much of a big bad he is, he's going to have to kill some people off, similar to how Thanos did in the opening scene of Infinity War, pretty much manhandling Thor, killing off Loki, putting the beat down on the Hulk, and sending him into like 10 years of peril himself. I think some of the X-Men in this movie, maybe a Cyclops, who's an important leader. I think I definitely could see Magneto being taken out. Um, I could see Nightcrawler being taken out somehow. Don't really know how you take out Nightcrawler, but I do think some of the X-Men in this movie are going to be taken out, killed off, so that Doom can show how strong he really is. The only one I don't really see, although I think he has a very small chance of being taken out, is Professor X, and that's because we've already seen him being killed off in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness by Wanda Maximoff. And I just don't see them doing Patrick Stewart that way to kill him off twice in two different movies. Technically, it would be his third time being killed off, even though he came back in the X-Men universe. Um, and the last big one, I think Sentry is going to put up a strong fight, but just come up short, similar to how Thor did. I thought Thor in Infinity War was the strongest Avenger. He had the chance to take Thanos out and came up just short and not allowed Thanos to complete his mission. And I think after Doctor Doom wipes the floor with all the Avengers and X-Men, I think Century is going to put up the last fight, and the movie's going to leave off on a cliffhanger of Century maybe fighting to a stalemate and Doctor Doom um, scaving off and creating Battle World, or something of that nature. So I think between Black Panther and Namor going to approach Doom to find a solution, some of the X-Men being killed off and Sentry putting up a fight, but coming up just short. I think these are some of the big plot points that are going to drive this movie, drive this narrative forward, and give us what we've been looking for, what we've been needing, probably since, phase four, or like, yeah, phase four kind of movies. Yes, Marvel has been struggling on and off the last few years to give us what we've really hoped for. They've kind of over under delivered on some movies. They've delivered properly on some movies, but we have been getting some lackluster efforts from Marvel since that phase four entry. Phase five has kind of been very up and down, hit and miss. So I definitely think they need to make a strong push. And I think Thunderbolts is going to give us a great jolt forward. I think they're going to nail the Fantastic Four. And then going into Doomsday, May 2026, I think we have a good slate of movies coming forward that are going to give us what we want, put Marvel back on top. So let me know down in the comments what you think are going to happen, what characters you want to see, some characters that I didn't mention that are missing from this equation who could possibly be in the movie. I know Vision Quest and Wonder Man are also coming out soon. I'm not sure if they'll be coming out before. Um, they're not rumored to come out before Doomsday. They may be in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, and they may be Secret Wars characters, which would make a lot of sense. So let me know what you think, and I will see y'all soon. I am doing a Daredevil Born Again recap video from the first half of the season very soon, so be on the lookout for that. And until then, peace.